everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm planning the week of March 6th through the 12th in my Erin Condren Vertical Life Planner, and this week I am using Herbology 101 from Scribble Prints Co. It is a Harry Potter inspired collection, and I am throwing in some rose foil from Scribble Prints Co. as well as rose gold foil, like Harry Potter themed foil from Plannahannah. And this week, it's actually another franking kit. I only had the full boxes for this week. I didn't have the whole kit. I believe I got it in a grab bag or something, or like I don't even know. I didn't purchase it like individually. I just got it in something. So I really like Harry Potter. I like these colors and I wanted to use them. So I did. And these colors, I will say, it was a tad tricky matching some of the colors in the kit to kind of make a spread or like a kit out of it, really. So I ended up pulling in some that mint color and that like brownish color, which I think actually worked out perfectly, from like the extra label 2 add-on from Scribble Prints Co. Neither of those were actually from this kit. They're both from like random kits, but I thought the colors worked. And then I pulled in a leftover sheet from one of the kits that I made from, was it the camping kit? No, it was the forest kit that I used. I don't even know how many at this point, probably 2 years ago, honestly, but I had leftovers. I made the kit myself, and I had full box or functional leftovers, so I used those because those were just different shades of green. And since this is Herbology, we're in a greenhouse, I thought that even though they weren't technically in the kit, you know, like my chosen colors, but I thought it still worked with the theme, so I decided to pull those in and finish those sheets up as well. And then I just pulled in a pink functional sticker sheet as well, just to throw in some of that pink that was in the full boxes, and it also kind of matched the bottom washi since I had that washi left. The pink stripes from the bottom washi also match with that tie that you can see on Wednesday, and I just thought it was a great way to bring everything together and make it look a little bit more cohesive. And again, I'm happy with the way it turned out. So I'll go ahead and start with the day by day. This was, I will say, it was a little bit tricky because I think typically like when I pull franking kits, I pull too many like functional items and I end up like half finishing a lot of things, and I don't really like that because the goal of franking planning, at least for me, is to finish off certain things. But this time I actually pulled not enough. So you'll see in like the Friday, Saturday, Sunday, I have to go through, I might have actually cut out me going through my functional kit or my functional items to supplement and kind of fix it. But anyway, yeah, so you'll see some of the stuff that I used near the end of the week, it wasn't in the original clip that I showed of the stickers that I'm using. Anyway, and then also I only had one sheet of the underlays, so I decided to do half cut, or make my own half cut headers, if you will. Again, like you can see in the final spread, you can't even tell that that's what I did. It's a cheaper option. I've mentioned this before. It does obviously is a little bit more work. It's way easier just to buy 2 sheets, but if you're low on money or you just want to spread your stickers further, this is a great option. So anyway, getting into the day by day. On Monday, I had a pretty normal Monday, coffee Monday. As I usually do, I watched some YouTube and got caught up on that. I went to a writing group with my graduate school, which is basically a silent co-working session. We ran some errands. We watched Killing County, which I believe that's the one based off of the Bakersfield Police Department. I want to say we haven't finished it yet. It's like a 3 or 4 part like docu-series. Yeah, it's okay. So we just haven't finished it yet, but that's when we started it. And then we had game night. I can't remember what we played this week or even who it was with, but yeah. Anyway, played game night. On Tuesday, I planned in the morning. I typically like to plan Sunday night, Monday morning at the latest, but for some reason it was Tuesday this day. Did some work, I had to take Pepper to a vet appointment this day. And I finally got to use that paw print sticker. I rarely get to use it, but today I did. And then I went to trivia. Colton and I went to trivia Tuesday night like we usually do. And then we got home and I caught up on some When Calls the Heart. And I wouldn't really say caught up. I watched some because I'm still like 3 seasons behind or something. So I just got to get on that and finally catch up. So moving on to Wednesday, I had writing group again. Colton and I played some Lego Batman, which is, at the time we usually have at least one video game that we like to play together. Even though honestly recently we haven't really been playing much, and I think that's just because the way that our TV is set up, it's really difficult to switch back and forth between the Xbox and the PlayStation. And a lot of the games and the PlayStation is new to Colton, so he's been kind of playing a lot of those PlayStation games, and then the games that we have together are on the Xbox, so he hasn't really been wanting to switch back and forth recently. So we got to get that figured out. And then after that, I did some cleaning. We had dinner with a neighbor, and then again, I watched When Calls the Heart. I was really on a When Calls the Heart kick this week. Moving on to Thursday, we did some shopping in the morning. I did some work. We had a meeting. Believe this was the first meeting we had with our wedding coordinator. We booked them, I believe, this week or so, or somewhere around here. We picked a company, and then we were assigned a person from that company. And this was kind of like an introductory meeting with her to see, not if we got along, like it's, I guess, pretty hard not to get along, kind of like that, but just to make sure the vibes, I guess, matched up, if you will. So, and we really liked her. So far we're very happy with her. So this was the initial meeting. Again, we played Lego Batman and then watched some TV/movies in the evening. Moving on to Friday, I had a meeting with one of my advisors right in the morning. Did some more work, had a meeting with one of my other advisors in the early afternoon. Did a workout which is also very surprising. I need to get back on a workout kick, but I've just been off of it recently, but I did that. We had another game night, and I believe this was actually with friends. So I think the game night on Monday was with family, and I think the game night on Friday was with friends, because I marked game night and then I also marked hangout. So I think this was when, I can't remember if this was when friends came over or if we went over to their house. Either way, it was a fun night. It was a long night, but it was a fun night. And then moving on to Saturday, we went to the RV and boat show because Colton and I really want to buy a fifth wheel when I'm done with school. And we went to hopefully see some of the ones that we wanted in person. Now, obviously not every single fifth wheel on the planet was there. Not every single vendor was even there. This was just select vendors that I guess decided to show up. And because it wasn't solely RV, it was also boat, fishing, hunting, like it was all sorts of things. So there were a lot of things there. We really only looked at the RVs, and unfortunately there was one that we were interested in that was there, but most of them were not, unfortunately. So, but it was still really interesting to see different layouts, learn about different brands and things like that. So we still had a good time, even though it was March. It was really hot that day, I remember. And it also had rained, because this season, at least this winter season, was a super wet season, which is not typical for this area. You may have heard like the entire West Coast basically had a ton of rain and snow over the winter. And this particular weekend, it happened to rain the night before. And because the RV and boat show was at the fairgrounds, you're in like the grass, and it was like flooded, and well, not everywhere, but a lot of places it was flooded and muddy. So that kind of put a damper on things, but we still were able to see the majority of the fifth wheels that we wanted to see, or the majority of the fifth wheels that were there, I should say. So that was a good time. And then we had Wiener Schnitzel on the way home. Colton and I watched The Mandalorian. I believe it came out this week. Considering that I don't actually remember marking it the previous weeks, it might have come out sometime around this week. So we watched The Mandalorian, which is very exciting. I think it's season 3 or 4. Can't remember. Either way, we're caught up. And then we did a little bit of wedding planning, probably just filling out the forms and signing the contracts with the wedding coordinator that we booked this week. And then I read in the evening. And then finally, moving on to Sunday, we went to the ranch in the morning. Colton's family owns a ranch. like out in the mountains. So we go there every once in a while. He goes more often than I do, but this time we all went. And then I talked to my parents like I usually do every Sunday. This was a day that the Oscars were on, and I like almost completely forgot to mark it, but I switched some icons around. Like right now you can see that TV Time on Thursday has that TV on it. That I'll pick up and move to Sunday to mark the Oscars, and then I use one of like the Netflix logo icons from the Crest Press foil bundle to put in place of that. So I kind of had to move a little things around because again I kind of forgot about the Oscars. But we actually watched like pretty much all of it. We watched a lot of the red carpet portion, which I rarely watch. I'm not really interested in that part, but it happened to be on and we were just like, oh, let's just have it on in the background until the actual Oscars start. But we ended up just watching that. And then we watched the whole Oscars too, because again, I'm in California, we're on Pacific time. I think the Oscars started like 4 or 5 in the afternoon instead of like 7 or 8 at night. So I think that's one of the reasons why we watched all of it, was because it didn't end too late for us. So that was fun. We watched that, and then I planned in the evening. Again, this time it was actually when I wanted to, Sunday night / Monday morning and not Tuesday morning. So, oh, and here you can see me kind of making my own stickers and cutting things down to fit from my multicolor collection. So yeah, that was pretty much everything. In the next shot, you'll see all the stickers that I have left over, what the final spread looks like, and then finally what the spread looks like completely filled in with all the script stickers. Since I don't like my handwriting, I make my own script stickers, but I purposely make them after I plan the week, so I know how big to make them, which scripts I need, which activities I need to cut out, things like that. So yeah, again, that is everything for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.